it there, please. Press it there. What's that many? No? Yes? Right, where is my list? Here we go. Hello everyone, welcome back. Okay, here we are, second video in 3 years. Today I'm going to talk about my first trimester symptoms, including what they call the 2-week wait, which is the wait between when you ovulate and are potentially pregnant until you take a pregnancy test. So sometimes there's really early symptoms in that period of time, and then also going into kind of what my symptoms for the rest of the first trimester have been. I used to watch these videos all the time before I was even pregnant. I guess I'm just a nosy bitch. This video may be a bit TMI. I can't remember if there's anything too TMI in the first trimester. I'm currently 21 weeks pregnant right now, so the first trimester is up to your 13th week, so that's what we're doing in this video. Luckily I tracked everything in this pregnancy, so I can actually go back into my calendar and go in that 2-week wait. So according to this app, I ovulated on the 18th of June. So the 2 weeks after that I had a few symptoms, not loads. I know some people are really in tune with their body and can feel every little change, and I'm just not that way inclined at all. So I only wrote down a few things for that 2 weeks, but here we go. I'm just going to whiz through these 2-week ones because nothing massively interesting happened really. On June the 20th I had mild fatigue and a mild headache. On the 21st of June I woke up sweating, and I had some sharp pains across the womb area. I was thirsty and I had a lot of dreams. The day after that I woke up with a really bloated stomach, hard as a rock, twinges across the womb area, out of breath in the morning, and again weird dreams. The twinges, the pains and stuff could be implantation pain maybe. The day after that I was overheated. I had mild cramps, like a period kind of pain on the 24th. On the 25th I was bloated. 28th of June, this is where it gets spicy. So if you know anything about me, you know that I love my food. And on this day my bagels tasted off. I made them, I didn't want them anymore, I had a loss of appetite in the morning. That's very unusual for me. I'm hungry normally all hours of the day. On the 29th of June I woke up feeling hungover. I was nauseous and a little bit emotional. Again, these can all be signs of that you're coming on your period, so it's quite hard to know which one it is. On the 30th of June I had a heightened sense of smell. I remember this very well. This was the first thing that happened to me where I thought, maybe I'm pregnant. The bagels thing, didn't really think too much about it. I cooked some cabbage to make cabbage mash, and the cabbage made me feel really sick. Like, the smell of the cabbage made me want to throw up. I felt like my sense of smell was really heightened, and just something about that cooked vegetables. I also took a pregnancy test on this day, and there was a faint line, like the faintest of lines. Then the day after that, constipation, moderate, bloating, moderate. Fun. And that is pretty much the 2-week wait, because every day after that I had a positive pregnancy test. Okay, let's get into the rest of the first trimester. Let's start with the obvious, sickness, and let's talk about the very real thing that is morning sickness, which of course shouldn't be called morning sickness, it should be called round the clock sickness. From week 6 to 9 I was probably being sick 2 to 3 times a day, 3 times a week, if that makes sense. So some days I would have no nausea whatsoever, and then some days I would throw up 3 times. But if I didn't eat and I got hungry, that's when I felt sick. So that would be my one piece of advice to try and help the nausea, is to not let yourself get hungry, because that hungry feeling makes the nausea like 10 times worse. So try and eat constantly throughout the day. I could smell everything before anyone else could smell it, and I would just smell something and be like, what is that? And I could smell that the bread had started to go mouldy. Strange. I felt very tired and unmotivated. I would nap a lot. I only wanted unhealthy food. So for me, normally for lunch I have salads. In the first trimester, the thought of any vegetables or salad made me feel really, really sick. All I wanted was like beige, unhealthy food, like stuff you would put in the oven, like chips, chicken nuggets, McDonald's, anything unhealthy and beige. That is all that I wanted. I didn't have any massive cravings in the first trimester, I wouldn't say. Everyone's like, what's your cravings? But I didn't crave things. It was more, I was put off by things more than I was craving things, if that makes sense. After the 9 weeks, it eased off a little bit and I was a little bit cocky and I was like, oh, my nausea's completely gone, my morning sickness is gone, and then I would just randomly throw up on odd days. It was really weird, like I almost felt perfectly normal on some of the days and then I would just randomly be sick in the evening. And that kind of went on till about week 14 and I haven't been sick after week 14. I was dehydrated a lot in the first trimester, so noticed that I was going to the toilet a lot more than usual, which is a very common pregnancy symptom. But it was very like dark, even though I was drinking more water than normal. I don't normally drink that much water, to be honest, I'm quite bad at it. And the biggest one for me, I would say the symptom that's been the most consistent throughout the whole pregnancy, right from the start, still happening right now in week 21, is constipation. I am usually very regular with my movements, but this is like nothing I've ever experienced before. It's tragic. Oh yeah, this is a big one. So I would get heart palpitations at night. So when I was laying in bed, I've never been so aware of my own heartbeat before, and that's the best way that I can describe it. So if I'm laying in bed at night, all I can hear and feel is my heartbeat, which is really strange, but your body's obviously pumping like twice as much blood around your body as it normally does, so that would explain why. But you literally, I would lay in bed and it would keep me awake of how aware of my heartbeat I was. Does that make any sense? I also got very lightheaded when I stood up fast, which actually isn't happening as much anymore. But in the first trimester, if I got up out of bed to go for a wee in the night, I would like see spots, things would go cloudy and I would have to like stop until my vision came round properly. And really that is all that happened in my first trimester. As always, who knows when I'm going to be back on this channel, but hopefully it'll be very soon. And I can't wait to hear from you again. Let's go and have a little chat in the comments. If there's anything in this video that you have questions about, just let me know in the comments and I'll get back to you. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.